A health alert tonight. According to the CDC, Colorado has seen 10 confirmed and probable human cases of bird flu since last year. Fox 21's Aaron Bowling joining us now. Aaron, should we be worried about a possible pandemic?
Yeah, Scott, I spoke with a doctor today who is an expert in infection prevention and control, and she says she's not losing sleep over the current case numbers, but it's definitely on her radar, and she says it's important for bird flu to be on your radar too.
Obviously, the more that we see this in all sorts of different types of animals, the more likelihood that the virus can interact then with humans and then potentially intermix with our human viruses, which is what can lead to a pandemic.
Although we're not at a pandemic point yet, she says awareness is key to prevention.
So that if it is starting to change, we'll catch it.
Dr. Barron says people who become infected typically have interactions with infected animals, and it's not just farm animals. She says pets like cats and chickens are at risk as well.
Some of the cases involved with the cats, they seem to have some weird neurological symptoms occurring where they just are not acting like normal cats and maybe their balance is off.
To keep yourself and your pets safe, Dr. Barron recommends keeping an eye out for and staying away from dead or sick animals.
I think for kids, that's probably the bigger deal is that, they catch a rabbit and you're like, you caught a rabbit. That means the rabbit is probably not well, right? In those instances, again, washing hands really well and then observing for anything that comes up. Like, it's not something that necessarily has to be alarming, but again, it's something to pay attention to.
She says if you see an unusual amount of dead animals outside, it's probably worth calling the health department.
Just saying, this was just a little weird. We've seen 3 squirrels die, or we've had 5 dead birds.
And if you let your cat outside, you might want to consider keeping them indoors.
Washing hands is still the key thing in terms of any kind of interaction with pets or animals that you're having contact. Just making sure that you wash your hands really well is generally the best thing you can do.
She also says for humans, bird flu can seem just like the normal flu. So if you're around animals often or have had a questionable encounter with a sick or dead animal, she says it's important to mention that at the doctor's. Scott, back to you.
Good information. Thank you.